Welcome students. As you know, we are discussing about Kirchhoff's law and its concept is already described. Now today we'll do some more questions based on Kirchhoff's law. So let's suppose you are given as like this. This is the any circuit diagram given to you, and let's suppose it's a EMF is E1, resistance is R1, EMF is E2, its resistance is R2, and resistance is what? R3. Okay, then I ask find out the current of each branch and potential difference. So what will be potential difference? I will tell later. Okay, so first see that first battery, and battery is E1, you better know current drawn from positive to negative. So first current will drawn and that current will be I1. Are you getting point? Let's suppose, so first battery E1 current is flowing from positive to negative and that current is I1. You better know always current drawn from positive to negative. This is second battery and current will drawn, that will be what? I2. I1 will come at that junction and I2 come through that point and they will get combined. You better know we are applying here first law of Kirchhoff's current law, that is that current was I1, this current is I2, so total current will be I1 plus I2. This is the current distribution. Are you getting the distribution of current? Very easy. First current drawn E1 through E1 cell, that is I1. Second current drawn I2. At junction they will meet and here become I3 you can take, or it will be I1 plus I2. Let's suppose for a little moment this battery is connected as like this. Then what you will do? Current drawn from positive to negative, so I2 will drawn through that way, I2. So this current will be I1 current is reaching to junction and I2 current is leaving the junction. You can see there I2 direction that side. It means I2 current is leaving the junction. It means here will be I1 minus I2. Are you getting how we are applying first law in second law? Once again, here current is I1. Let's suppose battery is given here positive, here negative. So what happened? Current drawn I2 that side. It means total current is joining the junction I1, but I2 is leaving the junction, so current will go that side will be I1 minus I2. Again I1 minus I2 will join here and I2 will join that side. I2 cancel, again you will get I1. So there will be the current distribution, but our question is as like this, not as like this. This is positive, this is negative, and this current is what? I2. This is I1, this is I2, so it will be I1 plus I2. Okay. So this is the first point. So first I have made the distribution of current as like this. Okay. Now you have to decide the loop. It could be clockwise or anti-clockwise. Earlier told that. So let's suppose the loop is A, B, C, D, E, F. You can assume any loop. So our loop is, let's suppose A, B, C, D, E, F. So here we can form three loops. To solve whole numericals, you have to first apply the second Kirchhoff's second law, and you will make the equation, proper equation. So we can make here for two current I1 and I2, you have to need two equation. So two equation is sufficient for you. So let's suppose our first loop is A, B, C, D, A. You are moving as like this. This is first loop, and your second loop is what? D, C, F, E, D. Your second loop is as like this. So your first work is, you better know, selection of loop. So our first loop is A, B, C, D, A. A, B, C, D, A. This is first loop. Okay. First start A to B. We are moving A to B. See there, we are moving A to B, but current is coming opposite direction. So no doubt their multiplication will be positive. Earlier towards sign convention. So it will be R1 I1. And here in battery you are moving from positive to negative. You are going from A to B and here positive to negative. So it will be minus what? E1. Are you getting point? Minus E1. Again B to C. What are B to C? B to C is nothing. No resistance, so no current. Current although drawn, multiplication will be 0. Again C to D. C to D. What a value from C to D? C to D. It means you are moving from negative to positive. It will be first E2 and then you are moving in the direction of current C to D, and current direction I2 is again C to D. It means it will be minus R2 I2 equal to 0. You can see there summation of algebraic sum of all potential is 0. So this is first loop A, B, C, D, A. If you are moving in the opposite direction, it will be negative, it will be positive, it will be negative, it will be positive, but there will be no change in answer. Are you getting? So first equation we got here. Second, our second loop is loop. Are you getting point? Loop is D, C, F, E, D, D, C, F, E, D. Okay. So come to the point. D to C. D to C. See there, current is flowing from C to D, but our loop is moving from D to C. D to C. So D to C, it means their multiplication will be positive. So it will be R to I2. Negative, sorry, positive to negative. So it will be minus A2. Then C to F. C to F is nothing. Then F to E. F to E. Current is moving from E to F, but you are moving from F to E. It means it will be positive. So it will be plus R3 multiply total current I1 plus I2, and then E to D. E to D is nothing. It means is equal to 0. So we will get equation first, equation second. You will solve the equation first and second, and anyhow you will get the value of I1 and I2. It's okay. But let's suppose resistance is given here. How can you find the potential between AB? Many of the students ask, how can we find the potential between 2 points? So it will be very easy. Let us suppose each value is given. Let's suppose R1 is given 2 ohm and that battery is given 3 volt. That battery is given 3 volt. And first you will make the equation and you will solve the value of I1 and I2 with the help of 2 equation. Are you getting the point? By help of 2 equation, you will get the value of I1 and I2. Let's suppose the value of I1 is equal to 1 ampere. So what about potential from A to B? You are moving from A to B. So what happened? Current is flowing from B to A and you moving from A to B. So what will be answer? Potential between A to B. VAB equal to, resistance is 2 and flowing current is 1. So 2 1 are 2. So it will be in opposite direction you are moving. It will be plus 2. And here positive to negative. It means positive to negative. It means and minus 3. So minus 3. So answer will be minus 1 volt. Very easy way. By the help of Kirchhoff's law, you can find the current first. You will make the 2 equation, or let us suppose third current is also drawn there. I3 is there. You have to make 3 equation, and you will solve 3 equation. Anyhow, you will get the value of I1, I2, and I3. When you once got the value of I1, I2, I3, then next work is very easy. Current is known. You find the current. Resistance is known, and you are moving from A to B. And I ask what are potential between A and B. So very easy. A to B. Let's suppose resistance is 2 ohm. Flowing current is I, so 2 1 ja 2, so it will be 2. Positive because you are moving from in opposite direction of current, and here positive to negative, it will be minus 3 is equal to, so 3 minus 2 is, so minus 3 plus 2 is equal to minus 1. And if you are moving from B to A, I just find the current voltage potential difference between VBA. So it will be negative to positive, it will be plus 3, and you are moving in the direction. Current is 1 and resistance 2, so you have to multiply, then you will get the voltage, it will be minus 2, so answer will be 1 volt. So here you are getting minus 1 volt, here you are getting plus 1 volt. So this is all about your Kirchhoff's law. So one work we have to do, first you distribute the current, then you apply the second law, voltage loop law, and very easily you can get the answer. Okay. Let's suppose, one more question I will do. Let's suppose you are given as like this. This is little more important question, competitive question, and it is also given your NCERT example. Okay. Let's suppose it is given, I think E is equal to 10 volt is given, and these are the resistances connected here. Resistances are connecting here. Let's suppose E is equal to 10 volt is given and resistance is given, let's suppose it is given 1 volt. Okay. And I just find the current of each branch. 12 branches are there. So resistance is very easy. You better know they are in parallel, and they are in parallel, but they are in series. So we got the answer. What are resistance you better know? It's a resistance you better know 5 by 6 are. Many of the students send me, its resistance will be 5 by 6 by direct method. But it is difficult to find the current of different branch by that point. Okay, so first we will the resistance. So we will apply the values. Let's suppose these resistances are R. These resistances are R, and R value is given 1 ohm. Okay, so first let's suppose the loop is A, B, C and what D. Since current is not known yet, so let's suppose flowing current is 3I. Why we are taking 3I, not I? If you are taking I, so it will be I by 3, I by 3, I by 3. Current will equally divide because resistance is same. Then it will be I by 6, I by 6. Again it will divide. So your calculation will be little difficult. If we are taking 3I, so it become very easier, but answer will not change. Okay. So let us total current 3I drawn through this circuit. So its current will be I, and this current will be I. Are you getting the point? 3I will equally divide because resistance is same. Here current will again divide in two parts because they are in parallel. So I will divide in two parts. It will be I by 2, I by 2. Are you getting the point? Here current again divide. Current is I, so it become I by 2. This current become I by 2. Same way here I by 2, I by 2. This I by 2 and this I by 2 will join, and again you will get I. Are you getting the point? Kirchhoff first law. I by 2, it become I. Okay. So now we apply the loop. So apply the loop law. What loop? Very easy way. Loop is A, B, C and again A. A, B, C, A. Are you getting the point? Our loop is A, B, C, A. Okay? To start from here. A to B. You are moving in the direction of current. Current is I, resistance is R. So it will be minus IR. Are you getting point? In the direction of current. Next. B to C. Current is I by 2, resistance is R, so it will be minus Ri upon 2. Here we can take, okay, sorry. A, B, C, D and A. A, B, C, D and again what A. Okay, continue. Next, C to D. Current is I, resistance is R, so it will be again minus Ri. I am applying KLV, Kirchhoff law voltage, and again we are moving in that direction, negative to positive, it will be plus E is equal to 0. Although we know the value of E is 10 volt, but we will put the value separately. Okay, once again, A to B minus Ri, B to C minus Ri B2, and C to D minus Ri, and negative to positive it will plus E is equal to 0. Only I am applying only one loop is here. Okay, now you solve it. What we get here? 2Ri, minus 2Ri. So minus 5Ri upon 2 is equal to minus E. It will be minus E, and 2 is LCM, 2Ri, minus 4Ri and minus Ri, 5Ri by 2, minus cancel. So what a total E is equal to 5Ri upon 2. First we will find the resistance. So what a resistance? R equivalent. We know the value of resistance 5 by 6R by direct method. So what will we get by Kirchhoff's law? You can see here. So R is equal to V upon I. So total E upon total I. What are I total? Come on, 3I. So total E, what are E? 5Ri upon 2. 5Ri upon 2 by Kirchhoff's law. Divide by 3I. I cancel. 2 3 are 6. What we get here? Very easy. 5R upon 6. You can check there. By direct method, the answer was 5R by 6. Here by Kirchhoff's law, we are getting 5R by 6. But value of R is given 1 ohm. So what R equivalent? R equivalent is equal to, you will put 1. So it will become 5 by 6 ohm. By Kirchhoff's law, we are getting the answer. R equivalent is equal to 5 by 6 ohm. Now, okay. Now, our aim is what a current. So what a total current? So we can find the total current. So I is equal to V upon R. So 3I is equal to Ohm's law. 3I. What a V? Total V is 10. Very easy. 10 upon what a total R? 5 by 6. 5 2 is a 6 will go to that side. It will be 12 ampere. So I is equal to total 3I is equal to 12. So I is equal to cancel out. It will be 4 ampere. So total current will be 4 ampere. Now you can see the branch of this current of each branch. It will be 4 because I you are getting 4. So it will be 4 ampere. 4 ampere. It is I by 2. So it will be 4 by 2. It means 2 ampere. 2 ampere. 2 ampere. 2 ampere. 2 ampere. Again you will get 4 ampere. 4 ampere. 4 ampere. And again it will be 12 ampere. So this is the application of Kirchhoff's law. Okay, that's all for today.